Batch focaccia for my daughter's teachers. We're just going to kind of do a test batch, some pans at the $1.25 store last night, and I figured those would be kind of perfect sample sizes, so to speak. And I'm following a recipe from iamafoodblog.com for their small batch sourdough focaccia. So we're going to start with 97.5 grams of water, and I pre-measured this because it's so easy to go over. We're going to do 28 will work. She's probably hungry, but I think for focaccia, it's just so much more forgiving. And then she does call for 50 grams of bread flour and 86 grams of 00 flour. I don't have 00 flour. I've never used 00 flour, so I'm just going to use 136 grams of bread flour. Okay. 2.5 grams of salt, 3.5 grams of extra virgin olive oil. This is so cute. This is no trouble at all. If these are the sizes that I'm making, this is just, who knows, maybe it'll be some advertising for me. All right, well, we're gonna cover this up for 30 minutes and we'll come back and do some stretch and folds just like we would with normal sourdough. Let's do our first set of stretch and folds here on this small batch focaccia. There's such little dough in here. I'm wondering if I accidentally did my other. I did kind of a close-up video with a second batch. I wonder if I accidentally did that on here. We'll see. I mean, it's such a tiny amount of dough. I don't really know. I guess we're gonna call that good for our stretch and folds, and we'll come back in 30 minutes and do it again. Our next set of stretch and folds here. I need to get these off of the stove. I have a loaf in there right now, and my dough is so tiny. It's just getting way too hot. So I'm just gonna do a couple little, I guess, stretch and folds. I don't know. This is so small. This is all just an experiment, but ideally it turns out really cool, and I have a fun little way to kind of give out samples or try different focaccia flavors without making in a huge pan. So we'll just cover that back up and come back in 30 minutes. All right, we're gonna do our last set of stretch and folds. This dough is just so tiny. I don't really know how this is gonna work out. Actually, I mean, it feels like sourdough, just a much smaller portion than normal. I don't know. I think I'm gonna call this good and just let it bulk ferment the rest of the day, and then probably put it in this small pan to rest in the fridge overnight, or maybe leave them in the bowls. I don't know. We'll see whatever is more conducive to my settings in the fridge. I thought I had recorded a different angle view of this other one, but I'm going to be making two, or trying to test out these two. So we will come back later after